Hello, this is Caleb. He's an engineer. Except, not that kind of engineer. That kind of engineer. The geeky kind with the short attention span. Engineers too often get pigeonholed into a stereotype. However, sometimes it's justified. Despite that, they are generally very meticulous and like making things. And in the case of this engineer, he likes brewing beer. He also likes gadgets, automation, and things that make his life easier. So it's no surprise that he designed and built a programmable thermostat for his fermentation chamber. It's called the Thermostat. I love beer. I love brewing beer, especially lagers. When fermenting a lager, the best results are achieved when the temperature can gradually be shifted through stages of fermentation. However, moving the temperature too rapidly can shock the yeast and cause unfavorable effects. So the thermostat needs to be constantly supervised to keep up with the many minor adjustments required. But the constant messing with the thermostat on my fermentation chamber was, well, very stressful. And I have one rule. Okay, I have 3.7 rules and one bylaw. But one of those rules is do not interrupt my sleep. It turns out that rigid schedules, constant distractions, sleep deprivation, and most importantly, bad beer can be a real motivator. Even after all the diligent attention, the brews didn't even turn out that well. I kept dreaming there had to be a better way. I was unable to find a suitable solution, so I set out to make one for myself. After a great deal of time and hard work invested, the result was quite useful. A programmable thermostat to automate the fermentation process. I called it the Thermostat, and then I set out to find some help in testing it. I've since built over a dozen prototypes and have several beta testers helping me work the bugs out. The Thermostat is a fully programmable dual-stage controller. It can simultaneously control a cooling source as well as a heating source. A large LCD screen and scroll wheel create a simple interface between you and the unit. As can be seen here, adding a new program is simple and intuitive. You first give your program a name, and then you can add any number of constant or gradient temperature stages. Each stage will have a start temperature, a stop temperature, and a duration. The simple program being created here shifts your beer from 79 degrees down to 55 degrees over a 3-day period in the first stage, then fermenting the beer at 55 degrees for 20 days in the second stage. Once created, select your program to start running it. I'm very passionate about this project, and I believe it's a vast improvement over anything available on the market today. This is an exciting new endeavor and a great opportunity to build and deliver an innovative new product to the brewing community. With your help, I'd like to start production of the Thermostat. Work has already begun on the modest hardware changes required for producibility and the software changes required to improve robustness. With your donation, we can raise the capital required to start building. I am aware, of course, that going into production with a new product can present numerous challenges. However, a great deal of work has been done to proactively mitigate those challenges. For instance, I have been in close contact with several of the suppliers and manufacturers throughout the design phase. I feel confident that taking the Thermostat into production will be a success. The truth is, guys, I just want the world to be a better place. And I think lowering stress levels and drinking better beer can make that happen. And the Thermostat can do those things. Because let me tell you, I slept very well last night, and this is a damn good beer. So help me make the world a better place by making a donation. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate your support. Cheers.